Let's explore the graph of an exponential function. Let's start with f of x equals 2 to the x. In order to graph this, let's go ahead and start plotting some points, see if we get a general trend. So let's make a chart over here, x and our f of x. See what happens for different values of x. Let's start with x being 0. We have 2 to the 0, which is equal to 1. When x is 1, we have 2 to the 1, which is 2. When x is 2, 2 squared, which is 4. Let's do one more. X is 3, 2 cubed equals 8. Now let's come over here and plot these points. See what that tells us. So when x was 0, we had 1. When x was 1, we have 2. When x is 2, we had 4. When x is 3, we had 8. Okay, let's see what's happening in the negative, for the negative x values. So when x is negative 1, let's extend our chart down, we have 2 to the negative 1, which is 1/2. When x is negative 2, 2 to the negative 2, which is 1 over 2 squared, or 1/4. When x is negative 3, we have 2 to the negative 3, which is 1 over 2 cubed, or 1/8. Let's go ahead and plot those points. So when x is negative 1, we have one-half. Let's say when x is negative 2, we have 1/4. And then when x is negative 3, we had 1/8. Now if we were to connect these dots, we would have a graph that looks like that. Now notice something about this exponential graph. It passes through the point 0, 1. It goes on and on and on up towards infinity as x gets large. And as x gets larger and larger negative, notice that the function is approaching 0. What do you think happens if we graph a new function, g of x equals 3 to the x? Let's see what happens here. So f of x equals 3 to the x. Let's make a chart again and see if we can see a similar trend. When x is 0, we have 3 to the 0, which is 1. Oops, this time we're going to say g. When x is 1, 3 to the 1, which is 3, 2, 3 squared, which is 9, 3 cubed, which is 27. We're not going to see that on our particular graph. So let's go ahead and plot these points. So again, we pass through the point 0, 1. Let's plot the point 1, 3. Well, and then when x is 2, we have the point 9. What do you think happens as we go in the negative direction? When x is negative 1, we have 3 to the negative 1, which is 1/3. When x is negative 2, we have 3 to the negative 2, which is 1/9. Let's plot those points. So negative 1 went to 1/3. And negative 2 went to 1/9. Now let's see what happens if we graph that function. Notice it looks very similar to f of x equals 2 to the x. It also passes through the point 0, 1. It blows up towards infinity as x gets large, and it also approaches 0 as x gets larger and larger negative. What do you think would happen if we graphed f of x equals 4 to the x?